Hello, everyone, and welcome to another Huskies Quarantine Conversation brought to you by SCSUtickets.com. I'm Nick Spiliopoulos, and joining me today is former SCSU men's hockey reporter and current pre- and post-game host for NBC Sports Philadelphia, Katie Emmer. Katie, how are you doing this afternoon?
I'm doing well. Is this ever exciting, Nick? I miss you. It was my last year. You were right there alongside me helping out, and now look at you go. This is so fun for me. I'm now the interviewee. Good work. Keep it up. This is good stuff. I'm happy to be here for sure.
Well, thank you. I mean, like you said, my freshman year, I definitely looked up a lot to you and wish I would have had more than just 1 year.
Yeah, no, it's fun to see you for sure. It's what it is at St. Cloud State. We always catch up, especially in the broadcast journalism career field. It's such a small world. So really exciting. It will always be connected, beyond school. So good to see you.
Absolutely. Well, as the focal point of these conversations, we talk about what we have done during quarantine. So what has this quarantine period been like for you?
Yeah, well, those that are watching the video of this, I have my dog right next to me, so you'll see him move around right there. It's fun. You know what? I've been home in Minnesota for the majority of the time. Getting back to Philadelphia is going to be really exciting with the Stanley Cup playoffs coming up here. It's going to be a fun time. I'm so happy with the league and the NHLPA that they were able to work something out. So hats off to them. A tip of the hockey helmet, certainly, but. Can't wait to get there. But yes, in the meantime, I love this concept, quarantine convos. I think no matter what, this whole time has really taught me personally to be positive. A lot of us sports fans, we don't know what to do with ourselves. This is such an interesting circumstance. It's such an uncertain circumstance. First and foremost, you're trying to stay safe, right? And you're also just learning that it's such a good time to just catch up with friends, catch up with family, and really slow down and just enjoy the simple things in life, as cliche as that may sound. So it's been fun for me. Fortunately, I'm happy to still be working from home. We've been doing a podcast. We've been doing digital videos, the Zoom life here that we're on right now, a lot of technology, just taking advantage of the technology. Fortunately, for something like this to happen, no matter what, it's not a fortunate circumstance. I don't want to be, don't take that the wrong way, but of course, in this time of technology, I think it is our benefit. We've been able to be connected and been able to really use, the media life, use technology to our advantage. So fortunately, there are different outlets I've been able to use for that and been able to work. But gosh, am I ever excited for sports to really get back to motion here.
I couldn't agree with that statement more. Baseball starting soon, hockey right around the corner, and of course the bubble down in Orlando for the NBA. But, aside from kind of the work things that you do a great job, by the way, out in Philadelphia, how have you gotten your sports fix during this quarantine time?
Yeah, it's been fun. A lot of different reruns. My network I work for, a lot of old Flyers games going on. And I say old, it's not that old, 2010 Stanley Cup playoffs, different things that when I started the job, like you're growing up in the Midwest, I'm trying to learn more about the Flyers, of course. I knew about Bobby Clark. I knew about Eric Lindros, but really getting out there, I've learned a lot specifically throughout the regular season. But been able to really just sit back and open up the history books, not only for the Flyers, but for a lot of different just hockey teams and just the whole entire history of it. It's been fun. It's been a good time to play catch up. Other ways have been just trying to learn different tricks. I played myself until about fourth grade. So just trying to do like some stick flips. I don't know, Nick, you're in the same boat as me. It's like, well, I may as well learn how to do some little saucer passes and some pucks into the, look at me just being all, oh yeah, sauce a puck. But yeah, there's a lot of hockey nets around this house. So I've been taking advantage of that, but it's not just hockey. It's been fun to, reflect on some baseball and look through stuff, but certainly get your sports fix by watching some good movies and yeah, just staying active for sure.
Well, and now I got to ask, you grew up in the state of hockey. Yeah. What's it like covering our state sport in a different area? How was that transition from the state of hockey then to the city of Philadelphia?
I love this question, Nick, because I knew that the passion for hockey here that you understand just as well as I do. We love it. There's nothing like it. We eat, breathe, sleep hockey. Going out to Philadelphia, their passion for every single sport. I knew this would, transport that same passion for the sport would be the same exact thing out there. And if it's such a different way of the passion, of course, it's on the East Coast. but they love their sports, every single one of them. And the Flyers fans, the love of the game out there, it's been really fun to learn. Again, I was talking about that history. It's been fun to learn about that fan passion, but they certainly love their hockey. And I know that that's how I did right away feel right at home, because it is home to think of Minnesota, the hockey love, the love of the game, but it is certainly the same out there. Those fans are great.
And you've got you probably have the date circled on your calendar. Your return with the Flyers, August 2nd. What's the preparation going to be like from you today until then?
Yeah, again, just such an uncertain circumstance. I hope this continues to get better and we can, have these dates and as of right now, it's like my fingers were crossed for a while. You're hoping and praying everything, gets back to normal. Everyone stays safe. But it certainly is nice to have that light at the end of the tunnel in a way, and having the Stanley Cup playoffs start back up as far as, or start up in general. But as far as the prep, it is different. It's such a different circumstance. The practices are closed. They're keeping them safe, but only a select number of media are allowed in. So it's a lot of, depending on, of course, a wonderful media team with the Flyers that have been sending out transcripts of different interviews, what the guys are saying, staying up to date through my network, what different things are going on. But just a lot of that. And at the same time, Nick, you prep so much, but there's nothing like that first game, right? Like right when it starts up, you can't prepare for that. So I did learn that throughout the regular season, like, hey, this is hockey. You just have to read and react, and you can't plan for anything, especially in the Stanley Cup playoffs. So certainly I've been, keeping up to date with who's on the ice, who's off the ice, maybe what systems are working, what lines are together, and definitely reading into what the coaching staff has been saying, reading into those transcripts and keeping up to date on the latest quotes. But yeah, it's certainly an exciting time no matter what. Throughout this hockey hiatus, this sports hiatus, you stay up to date as much as you can, but it is a time where you're like, wow, there really isn't a lot of news going on, if not any. So it's a whole different spark for us media personnel that get to just actually have some good news coming through now. So really exciting time for sure.
And the final question, did you have any chance to catch up on any of the SCSU men's hockey games last season? And if so, what can you expect, or what do you look forward to this upcoming season?
Yep, I would tune in. It was so nice to be able to, through Brian Stanley, I use that NCHC TV, wonderful membership, wonderful process there. I love being able to stream out in Philadelphia. Watched your guys' work. I was so proud. I will say I love keeping up with men's hockey, but gosh, I'm not playing favorites here, but there's also this part where I'm only watching just to see you guys and see how good you are and watch your broadcast, because again, I know everyone knows this. A lot of people know it, but if you don't, St. Cloud, the coverage there for the television broadcast journalism department and all the student-run, full student crew, it's pretty amazing what you guys do, and I was certainly a part of it. So I do watch for that, just to keep up with all you guys, all my friends. But yeah, the St. Cloud men's team, it's been really fun, and women's. Such a successful program. I think the biggest thing was just watching that transition with Brett Larson and seeing, that whole a different era really start up, and such a successful team that I hope to see continue to build. Of course, I think right now is an interesting time, but I've seen that they're taking advantage of it, the recruiting process and whatnot. And there's, of course, in Minnesota, there's such a great backup of different talent, but across the U.S., they bring in anybody to make that great program, and there's nothing like the NCHC. It is incomparable to any. You just can't. I love it. I love the wonderful competition, and I'm excited to see just what next year brings. It certainly will be an interesting season for sure, but I'll be excited to see what the program can bring next year and the years to come for sure. I love keeping up with it.
Awesome. Well, I'm glad to hear that you're doing fantastic out in Philadelphia, and on top of it, you get to cover the Stanley Cup playoffs in just a matter of weeks. So congratulations to you, Katie, and thank you for joining us today on another episode of Huskies Quarantine Conversation. That wraps it up here, guys. I'm your host, Nick Stiliopoulos. Have a great rest of your day, and go Huskies.